Guys, $1 to go to Florida and new bike to review for you, and another scooter is coming in, and this is probably the first scooter that can actually give a challenge or maybe keep up or maybe even faster than Vostok. So it's here. Check this out. Yeah, I think it's the black box right there. That one right there, I think it's the scooter. So this is going to be a really fast scooter. So I think the fastest hyper scooter after Vostok or before Vostok, so we'll see. Is it heavy? A little bit. Packed well, very nicely packed. You guys can leave it right here and I'll take it from there. Guys, this is actually packed so nicely, look at this. And this is coming from Europe and it's supposed to be here like in a couple of days, but it arrived in over 2 weeks because I was not home, and I think it was about 1 week in US, and then today it was delivered. So yeah, if we didn't stay in US for a week, it would be like 4 or 5 days or a little bit less. So shipping sometimes can be an issue, but look at this, all packed nicely. Let's unbox it and let's see how it looks and what we have here. Oh, actually it's not heavy. That's good. Put it this way so I can see more. And you can see in the, there you go. So it's wrapped on top and has the straps, and has also plastic underneath this. Look at that, that's pretty cool. No damage in the box. You have here the Zenva name, and this is the website, zenvascooters.com. High performance scooters, and besides this they have this like spacers, which is pretty cool. Just lift it up and it'll be good to go. And let's see the top. And this is how it looks and how it's packed. And the specs are actually crazy on the scooter, and we have PMTs already installed. And here's the scooter. This is the stem, the handlebars, and this is the Zenva Dash. So this is the smaller version. They have a bigger version which is faster, which is over 100 miles an hour. This goes I think 87 or close to 90 miles an hour. And it's not that heavy actually. Surprisingly, wow, soft suspension. Massive stem, look at this construction. It bolts right into this and you're not gonna see the clamp, so really clever done. I like the design actually, super clean. So you just remove the screws and take it out. For my car it will be easier and more convenient. This is not gonna hang, you just wrap it and put it aside, and it takes no space almost. Yeah, this is really interesting design. Look at this. Really beefy connection to the frame, super massive welds here, different than anything I've seen so far. 2 steer dampeners, carbon fiber handlebar, nice lever, DOT hydraulic fluid, and look at the screen. Very clean. We've seen this console, and we have nice trigger, and we have a basic e-bike, like $5, $7 ignition. I don't know, I'm not sure why they still kept that. I would just remove this and connect directly, and maybe program a pin here, so it'll look much cleaner, much better. This and this is awesome, this not so much. I've seen this on Wii pads, and this can be cracked very easily. Just open it, run the wires through, so this is pretty much useless. Only utility is to show the voltage, that's pretty much it. Nice clamp, and that's gonna be pretty much the setup. Have to get the tools, open this mount, and it'll be good to go. Here's the Zenva Dash S. Big power delivery, 16,800 watts, discharging 8,400 watts per motor, dual steer dampener, carbon fiber handlebar, short racing stem. The motors are Lanyo 70H PMT racing tire package, massive battery, 72 volts, 60 amp hours, SK cells with connected BMS, app supported. The controllers, Far Driver, which exceptionally powerful, maximum speed advertised 140 kilometers an hour or 87 miles an hour, suspension EXA 290 oil and closed suspension, front and rear, and all of this package ready to race. Guys, this Dash S is built for speed. If you look at the structure of the frame and design, it's just overbuilt, super reinforced. If you look here, look at the welds. This is massive, big hardware, Also here you have 2 screws on each side. Also you have set screws, if you look here, in the front, also in the back for more stability. 2 big ones right here inside the frame. So cable is not finished. This is a racing scooter. It's not for everyday use, which you can still use it for everyday because it looks super cool, super racy, very aggressive, very sporty. But you can actually put here all those wraps around, and 2 very important things here to add. This screen is not final, will be final screen, but still, this is a very cool screen. It has a lot of info here. If you go and shows you a lot of stats. I like that, it's really cool, but it's not final, so it's going to be a different screen here. Also, we're getting the panels, which we'll see in second video. Will be custom panels on the side. Now it looks a little boxy, but that'll be changed. You don't need the kickstand for racing, you can remove that. And here I'll add some grip tape on the back and maybe some strips on the side. But besides the side panels and the screen, the rest is the same. Very sporty, very aggressive look. I actually took it for a ride for a mile. We're gonna go and do more distance, but it's super torquey. It's very, very fast. I'll show you here the suspension. So this is what you get there, and this is the front and the back. I didn't have the matching range, so I actually scrape a little bit here, but I push it down lower, so it's better. It was too soft in the back, perfect in the front. Just light adjustment in the front, but it's really impressive. Acceleration is just insane. It'll be interesting to put this versus 7260R because this is the competition, I think the closest to Tavaroon. Vostok, it's uncomparable, but probably, I mean, we're gonna do Tavaroon and then we'll do the Vostok after in the following videos. But I have to say, guys, it looks impressive. I mean, I'll cut the screws and make them shorter. This here, you can see I already lifted a couple times and it bends. It needs a thicker plate here. I like that you can grab here and lift, so this can be reinforced. Yeah, it shows you turning signals and braking, which is really good. We'll test later how it looks, but now it's very visible. And also in the next video, they'll send me a light. So if you want to ride this every day, you can put front light, use the back light, and have it like a daily running scooter. I want to show you, I don't have the stand here, but I want to show you acceleration on this thing. It's insane. Look at this. Look at the speed. This is a monster. A lot of you probably will ask me in the questions down below in the comments why it is so thick, so boxy frame, right? The middle, the battery compartment, why it's so big. So we have 2 far drive controllers. So this is 72 volts, 60 amp hour battery. And maybe later we'll open the deck and see what's inside, but it needs massive space to accommodate those far drive controllers. They could have put them outside or anywhere, you know, on the frame, on the front and the back. There's a Russian scooter that did 200 kilometers an hour and looks too big, too bulky. Here they very nicely implemented this so you don't see anything, and the cable just running around nicely. It's not completely waterproof because I feel like here this is not covered. Maybe it's covered from inside, I don't know, but this from outside looks like it's opening here and the wires are coming from this side. I like that the wires are actually hanging on the round. Looks really, really cool. You can see there, but I'm not sure if it's completely waterproof, but you can do that. This construction, you just put seal around, you put here a cover, rubber cover, or from inside put some silicone and it's good. It can be really easily, maybe it is waterproof, I have to check, but first impression looks insane. Seen this brakes on other scooters, this Mafia, also on e-bikes, and it's actually really good. 4-piston hydraulic brakes, good feel, and you can see here it looks like Magura design but much beefier, much stronger, thicker brake pads, and 160 mm rotors front and back, and they diagonally placed, which is I think better than on only one side. So kind of like evens up the braking when you when you press both brakes at high speeds, kind of like evens up the pressure and stops evenly. Carbon fiber handlebar. I put the P-Design mount, you don't get that in the package. This is from my phone, and yeah, looks very cool. A little bit of carbon touch here on the top, and you have this option. I'm 6'3", so For me, this will be short, so in the second video, I'll install the longer pole. You will see how it looks with a 15 centimeter longer pole. But right now, out of the box, guys, as a first look, this is super aggressive, probably the most aggressive scooter I've tested, I've seen in a while, and it's just screams power and speed. Like, this deck is just massive, and also it's low. I like the angle on suspension in the front. It's different. It's not, you know, it's made to really absorb the shocks, and the back it's vertical standard. So you'll see, I mean, it should be, I don't know, we'll record with 360 camera and see how it looks in the back, but once I step on it, if you look Drivetron and other scooters, the back it's lower than the front, so I have to adjust the spring. Here is going to be different. It's going to be leveled up to the ground just to go straight and cut the air. Really simple, no BS, no extra, you know, stuff, just raw metal, big motors, and insane controllers, big battery to give you the most power possible. I have a wrong size handlebar, so I'm waiting for the longer one to swap it. We'll try to, you know, ride it and see how it feels, and I want to test acceleration, and then later on we'll do probably a full top speed acceleration and range test in the following videos, and I'll compare it to the other scooters. But let's see how it rides first time. And the battery is not fully charged, only 73%, so let's see what it does. Actually, smooth acceleration. Oh yeah, it picks up really fast. Wow. And it's designed to be with a short stem, so you kind of like, you know, in the race you don't stay straight, you pretty much like bend and you go around the corners and you adjust and shift your body, right? So if you go down, this is perfect. I'm not a racer, I just like scooters and I like high performance, high speed ones, and this is fitting the bill. Actually, this is exactly what a racing scooter should be. Let's see here, just quick burst. Wow. Yeah, this thing is fast. And it's still wet after the rain, so I have to be careful here. I have to slide and kill myself. Let's go left. Crazy. What a ride. 45, 50 miles an hour. It feels like going 30 in a regular scooter. And it's stable. I have to go back to the place where I tested the Vostok and other scooters and ride it there. Here is not really safe to go full speed. It's a school zone, and yeah, just not the right place to really go fast. But first impression are really impressive. It's quick out the line, and to show the power and how this thing rides, I have to put next to Drivetron, next to all the other scooters like Vostok and Daytona to really show the power. Like that in the video, you're not going to realize how massive the output it is on this model. Yeah, it just brakes are really grippy. Wow. Yeah, first impressions are, this is a insane scooter. This is really fast. The scooter is super fun to ride. The acceleration is crazy, and I want to do another circle and see if I can push a little higher, go a little faster, and see how the scooter does. And the battery, it's only 75, maybe max 65% capacity. I think the gauges are not accurate, especially when you accelerate. The voltage drops really fast. The stem is short, it's for racing. I have to get used to it, lower my body and my posture a little bit, and kind of get comfortable with it until I get the longer one. But let's see how the scooter does. Not much room to go faster here, lights, intersection, cars, but the scooter is very responsive, brakes are pretty good. I can go around this car super easily, super fast, but it's just not safe. I need to go back to that truck where I tested the Vostok with the other scooters, but from 40 to 50 miles an hour picks up speed insanely fast. The PMTs are just perfect. You feel the road and the grip is just a pleasure to ride on the scooter. I can push it farther, but I just need more time to kind of get used to it. But for the first ride, the impressions are above my expectations. All right, guys, this thing is insane. So I'm not pressing too much of the throttle, and it's first day, so I don't know exactly how much I'm pushing on the throttle. Probably half, maybe more than half. So I need more time to like really get used to it and learn it. But 64 miles an hour, and let me show you, the stretch is really tiny. I don't think my camera really reflects the reality. It's like, I don't know, it's like maybe a quarter mile, maybe less. I mean, it's a couple of 100 meters, and this thing just, like an arrow, just takes off and just goes. Like, it's hard to compare to any other scooter because, you know, so many times I posted the reviews, and then when I did head-to-head, Daytona, 760R, LS7, all the Land Roberts and all the scooters that you've seen on the channel, they just, when you put them head to head, they just look and perform differently, but your feelings are kind of mixed up, right? So it's hard to really say, but it's fast. It's freaking fast, and I think it's probably faster than 760R. I feel personally it's way faster, but we'll put them head to head and see. This is the first unboxing and impressions, but it's freaking, it's quick. It's very quick, and it's comfortable. I'm like, I don't have the pants, just the jacket, the gloves, and gloves are falling apart. I have to get new ones. They'll be here in a couple of days. I just ordered a couple of days ago from Amazon, so I need to like get the motorcycle helmet, get the full body suit and test it, but it's like 2-3 seconds, maybe 4 seconds, and maybe it's 5, but it feels like 2-3 seconds gets to 65, 64 really quick. And I need to get I already spoke with the company. They're sending me the longer stem. It's gonna be by this much longer, so it'll be perfect. I think the way it is right now, this is good to have the stem to put a seat and have it like a daily commuter. I know it's a racing scooter and it doesn't make sense what I'm saying, but I feel like you go on the track and you race it, and you know, whatever fun you do, but then it's also very comfortable suspension, the feel, the power. If you want to go and commute, just slap a nice chair here, and this short stem will be like a mini pocket bike. It's just freaking insane. So yeah, guys, I love it. And it's 4,700 bucks, free shipping, and it's just like, yeah. And they're gonna send me the body panels. This I'll be taking out and putting the new body panels, which will be more rounded and will make it look even better. I have to put some grip tape here. I'm gonna ask them to reinforce this plate here so you can grab by hand and move. I already kind of bent it, and cut the screws here. I mean, if you're racing, you don't need all the stuff. I can just remove the light, but if you're like commuting, you can put a magic shine, 12,000 lumens in the front, keep the light in the back, and it'll be fantastic. So guys, yeah, first impressions are nuts. This is a freaking fast scooter, and has 11-inch wheels, which you guys love, the best for stability. Has PMT tires out of the line, I mean out of the box. This is just really grippy, stable, and I have to practice a couple of days so I can, you know, hit maximum speed, but this thing has so much more room and more power to ride. 64 just first ride, and it feels really cool. And it's just here, there's a bend and there's a light you have to stop, so there's no room to really, you know, go full speed. So I have to place it in the car, drive somewhere, actually drive to previous location we did the previous drag race, and push it to the max. So that's coming very soon.